Hey everyone, hope you're staying safe out there. In this video, I want to share with you 3 strategies you can do right now to get stronger and healthier and improve your immune function. So really, it's really simple. The first thing is everyone's talking about immunity right now. And immunity is just giving your body what it needs to deal with the environment. And so it comes down to sleep, it comes down to movement or exercise, and then it comes down to nutrition and hydration. And those things in the right balance when you look at it physiologically. So sleep, for instance, there was a study done called the Whitehall 2 study, I believe, in the UK, where British researchers showed that if you got 5 hours or less of sleep, you doubled your risk of dying from cardiovascular disease. Also, if you slept less than 6 hours, you decreased your lifespan by 12%. Now, those are interesting markers which say, like, hey, if you don't get enough sleep, your body can't do what it needs to do. You don't live as long. It's pretty important. So, you want to, now that you may have more time, you may be at home, focus on getting good sleep hygiene. Try to go to sleep about the same time each day and wake up about the same time. And focus on getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night and try to be consistent with it. That will really serve you well. And it's the number one thing that supports immune function. You've got to take care of your sleep. The second thing is exercise. Now, if you've been consistently exercised, there's good news. That means your immune system is naturally stronger. And this is research driven. This isn't me just saying it. And so when you do exercise, if you do too much too soon, you lower your immune function. If you come out of the gates, like you go from the couch to craziness, doing jump squats and everything and burpees, that's too much. You got to use gradual progression. So if you haven't been doing anything, go move around your house. Try to get your steps. Wear one of those pedometers. I think they're on the phones now even, right? And so try to get more steps. See what you're doing now. If you're getting 2,000 steps, try to get up to 4,000 steps. Eventually get to do a mile a day. And then start doing some resistance exercise. Do some squats, some push-ups. And just start with some really basic exercises and do a little bit. You want to stimulate the body, not annihilate it. Don't get all crazy on me. I know you'll be at home watching Rocky IV and be like carrying logs on your back. That is too much too soon, so be intelligent. And if you have been working out, continue doing it. Just don't try to take it to a whole other level like you're in competition. Be smart with it. Then when it comes to nutrition is really complicated. There's so much misinformation. What it comes down to is a couple principles. First, hydration. Second is the actual food you intake. When it comes to hydration, you want to avoid sugary beverages. There was a study done in the 1970s that showed, it was in a petri dish, so it's not super conclusive, but it showed that it literally put the immune cells, the phagocytes, into basically a coma when they were in a solution of sugar. So there is some evidence that sugary beverages decrease immune function. However, there's also other reasons not to do it. It also creates unbalanced blood sugar levels. And if you look at the research on self-control, willpower, and decision-making by Dr. Roy Baumeister at Florida State University, you are your decisions, right? If you take all your decisions in your life, that's where you're at. And so blood sugar regulation is one of the most important factors in terms of making decisions and having self-control and willpower. So avoiding sugary beverages. Instead, drink water, drink unsweetened teas, especially black tea and green tea. Green tea especially has flavonoids in it, and they've been shown to help decrease inflammation in the body. So there's other benefits as well, and you get a little flavor with it. Now, the next part is the actual food. Now, if you want to keep it really simple, and I suggest you do, is eat foods that are unprocessed. Eat foods that are closest to the natural source. And if you do that, you tend not to overeat. When you eat processed foods, you can eat a lot of bread, you can eat a lot of crackers, you can eat a lot of processed foods. But when you eat fruits and vegetables and lean proteins, like really high quality foods, it's very difficult to overeat on because they're nutrient dense, and your body knows that. When you eat processed foods, they have been stripped of all their nutrients, and so we tend to eat a lot more than we need. So we get a lot of calories, but not a lot of nutrients. And so what I always recommend is try to get as much as your food from real food, and then fill in the gaps with high quality nutritional supplements. And everybody needs vitamins and minerals. So the thing about a vitamin, if you look at its root, its definition is it's something you must ingest in order to sustain life. So if you don't get vitamin C, you will get a disease. If you don't get enough B6, you'll get a nervous system disease. So every nutrient, every vitamin and mineral has some sort of, if you don't get enough, you get deficient, there's a problem with it. So make sure you're getting all your vitamins, all your minerals, especially right now, like make sure you're getting enough green, like you can use a greens powder to fill in the gap if you're not getting enough vegetables. I personally don't eat a lot of vegetables because I don't like to. And so I use a tablespoon of greens powder twice a day in my protein shakes. And then I eat a lot of fruit, so I'm usually good there. And then I make sure I take my vitamins, minerals in supplement form. But do your best to get it from real food. And I know food's tough to get right now in some places, but if you can get it, get it. And then if you can't, make sure you take nutritional supplements to fill it in. But look in all these things. Sleep. Try to take this time, whenever there is adversity, there's an opportunity. And you may never get extra time like this again to really get healthy, because we're going to need to work hard soon. We're going to need to be more innovative and more creative than we ever have before. We need a lead. And when that comes, we got to be prepared physically and psychologically. And it starts with taking care of your body, this vehicle, and making sure you're prepared and you're ready and you're there to lead and serve. And so get your sleep. Make sure you're hydrated. Get rid of the processed foods. Don't lean on them for emotional comfort right now. Be strong with that and get some movement and prepare your mind. Do priming like Tony teaches. And if you don't know what that is, just Google priming Tony Robbins and a video will come up on YouTube. But do those things every day. Take this time to prepare. This is a time of preparation. And when it's all said and done, there's an opportunity here. And you are the type of people that are made for this. You're not lambs. You are lions. Stay strong, my friends.